I'm accepting my new role as a suburbia dad in the sticks, you know. I got the next 4 or 5 weeks at Uncle Vinny's starting tonight. I got a guest spot tonight. I'm excited about all this stuff, and, you know, I'm wishing for the best. You know, I don't know what's going to happen after March, but I will tell you what I read emails. You know, you guys know I read your emails and stuff like that. I got an email from a friend of mine, like a comic friend of mine. He goes, "Did you read this?" Somebody had posted that the reason I didn't move to Austin, they didn't say nothing negative. They just said, we love Joey, but we know why he didn't move to Austin, because Joe wasn't going to let him on the podcast because of Spotify. Let me explain something to you. I wasn't going to Austin either way. I told you guys that in April, the week that they shut March 9th, March 10th, I was supposed to be here. March 11th, I was supposed to be at Poughkeepsie, I don't fucking know, Nyack. And then the next 3 days, I already had a realtor who was going to show me a few houses up north. Once the pandemic canceled. You know, I got a shot in my knee and my knee swelled up, so I had to cancel Tuesday. I had to cancel fucking Wednesday, and by Wednesday they were already saying in Bergen County, Teaneck was spreading. And there was another part, Orchid Park or whatever. So that stopped me from coming to New York to purchase a home. When Joe Rogan called me and he goes, "Hey, I'm moving to Austin and I want to buy you a house," 10 out of 10 people would buy a fucking house, would let somebody buy them a house. I love Joe Rogan. I didn't need for him to buy me a house. I love him with all my heart. The offer's still on the table. I could call him tomorrow and say, "I'm selling this fucking crib and I'm moving down." I'm sure the offer's still on the table. But if you think I didn't move down there because I couldn't get on the podcast, do you guys actually think I'm that shallow? Is that what you think of me, that I'm that shallow, that I wouldn't live down there because of a fucking podcast? I've been on the podcast 20 times, and as all of you guys know him, I destroyed them every time. You know, like Bon Jovi says, I've seen a million faces, and I rocked them all. How many times I go on that podcast and rock that bitch? I did my job. I don't need to go back on there no more. Him and I speak all the fucking time. We spoke last night. You know, we spoke 2 nights ago and last night. We had a pleasant conversation. I think he's going to buy something down there. It's not at my liberty to discuss what the fuck he's going to buy, but I'll be there. And I'm not even going to tell you who I'm going to do that podcast with. I'm going to surprise you motherfuckers. Next time I do the JRE podcast, I'm going on there with the king. You guys, your jaws are going to drop. New Jersey, your jaws are going to drop who I'm going to go on there with. I'm not going to tell you when. I'm not going to tell you who. I want you to just see Joey Diaz and the name you're going to see next to it, and all your wigs are going to fucking fall off. So, but that's not happening till August or September, so don't get in a fucking pickle yet. But I'll be in Austin. Not anytime soon, but I'll be in Austin. I'll be down there visiting him, hanging out. I want to see Red Band. I spoke to Red Band the other night, and like I've always told people, the day I die, the guy that's going to cry the loudest is going to be Red Band, and he's going to be meaning it, because we definitely love each other. We were so excited to talk to each other. I talked to Chris D'Elia last week. He's doing great. I spoke to Ali Wong last week. She's doing great. You know, Doug Stanhope. I check in, man. Got to check in with these fucking savages. Theo Vaughn. One motherfucker I didn't talk to was Josh Wolf. I got to give that cocksucker a call. Fucking Jew is shooting a special. He forgets about his uncle fucking Joey, these cocksuckers. But I got to talk to you guys about something before we wrap this up. Sunday, I'm in a good mood. I get stoned, you know. We don't have to do the podcast till Monday. I'm having a great time. The girls went to a friend of theirs from L.A. that moved here also. So I had a few hours to myself. You know, I'm smoking some bones. I think I went to the gym. I came back. So once I go to the gym, I rode the bike for 15, 20 minutes. I felt good. And I started fucking around on Periscope. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something, okay? So I start fucking around on Periscope, and guess what? Some guy starts calling me.
Calling your phone?
Yeah.
Just a regular call?
A 201 number, okay? Now, he keeps calling, then he keeps texting, He thinks it's cute. You know, he thinks it's really cute. Me, I laugh. I want you guys to all know something. The 323 number I have, everybody's got that one. You're my friends. I love you to death. It rings 100 times a day, and I'm not picking it up. I decided about 2 years ago that if I picked up every call I had every day, I wouldn't have time to do anything. I'm dead serious. There was a bunch of people who listened to the podcast. I gave, phone numbers to. You give them, they call you once, they call you every day. And it just gets out of control. People, I have a daughter, I got to take it to events. I do things with wives. I'm at meetings. I'm getting calls from people that should not be calling me at 2 in the fucking afternoon. So about a year ago, way before a year ago, it was last March, before the pandemic, I got a new phone. It's a private phone. Even if you get a private investigator, you can't find it. As a matter of fact, as of today, only 16 people have that phone. 17 when I give it to Mikey next, because I'll give it to Mike. So it's people who matter to me that I can't miss their calls, because this phone has become such a fucking circus. So, you could call. Let me tell you something. That 323 number, if you find it, you could call it till your face turns green. Nobody's ever going to answer it. Nobody's ever going to answer it. And if I know.
I've never expected you to answer it.
And it's funny. If I actually find, if you leave a message and you're annoying, I actually save the contact. So when you call, I know not to fucking pick it up. So you could call that number if you find it online. You could call it until your fingers turn blue. You're never. It's like the people who messenger me, like you missed a call. Why are you? What would make you think I would pick up a messenger call? Listen to my background. I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't know nothing. I don't want to know about nothing. I don't want to know about nothing. I know nothing. So why do you think? Do you really think I'm going to pick up a fucking hot call that I don't know? That's never going to happen. You're going to have to leave a message, and you're not going to hear back from me.
Dude just kept interrupting you.
Yeah, on purpose. He thought he was fucking cute. Let me break his ball. Hey, it's something I would do too. I did it to Brody Stevens when he had his talk show. I would text him, so calm as a motherfucker. But just note for the other people who think it's cute and find my number and call, you could call 1,000 times. That thing will never pick up. In fact, there's days I don't even take that phone in the car with me. I put it in a fucking drawer, and I just come back and see who calls, and I'm like, I'm happy I don't have this phone on me. So I got a phone that you couldn't find the fucking number even if you were in the CIA. Think about how a person could have a number and you can't find it. What would I have to do? So think about it, knuckleheads. Don't fucking call me. Don't call me on that 323 number. You're in no danger. You could call it until you light yourself on fire. If you FaceTime me and you're on fire, I'll pick up the phone. If I see you're on fire, like on the thing, like, Joey, pick it up, I'm on fire, then I'll pick it up out of respect.